You look up almost every YouTube channel, and they start off with their first video.
At least they all work on discs. Anyways, let's get started. So the first one I have is the very first Friendship Prismatic DVD that was ever released. This is the Friendship Express.
The 8-year journey on Tinman's channel goes back to two young boys and one cartoon girl sitting in their bedrooms making the My Little Pony DVD collection video, making a toy review about Princess Twilight Sparkle, and making the cartoon poster, and constantly talking to each other.
There was a time I made my YouTube account, and I stopped making videos by the time the downfall came along, and there was literally nobody else who'd like to use mine without my permission.
We were 50% of Tinman's expenditures and 50% of its visibility.
When we showed off our videos, some people may think its commentary and speech is kind of repetitive, but it blew up the popularity at the time with their love and support.
It's really fun to see all our videos come together because you can see and hear the evolution of our cameras right before your eyes and ears.
The development of our internet provider, the development of our videos, and the development of our technology leading up to our first ever plush animated cartoon.
Trying to upload a video on YouTube in the 2000s and 2010s was completely hard for us because our computers at the time were way too slow.
Back when we were making our first 3 videos, it was a challenge to even upload a funny picture on the internet.
Computer power was still a huge limitation, rendering any kind of videos or photos or so incredibly large.
We had a flash netgear that was 50 miles per hour, which is 101% less powerful than any internet provider. The computer and the cell phones are 100 times faster than the ones we had back in 2015. So doing anything on the internet was an incredible pain for us. On November 19th, 2015, Tinman's mom created his YouTube account and its original name was Tinman Contest 2015 Studios. And then, a couple years later, it later changed it to Tinman the Cartoon Fanatic 2021. And then, when the year 2022 began, he now changed it to Tinman the Disney Fanatic 2001.
Most of the videos that I pre-recorded back in 2018 were not uploaded on YouTube until a few months after I started my YouTube channel. Like some DVD updates and one of the videos that I made a long time ago.
Like going to our favorite TV station where our favorite shows are on at the time we had cable.
Our longtime dream was to make a cartoon plush animated video. In fact, everyone in this studio knew his cartoon fans were dedicated to give Tinman a chance without breaking any internet safety rules.
And we knew that in order to achieve that goal, we need the internet that's fast, powerful, and capable with uploading content. So let's make a video ahead of time and wait for the best time and place to upload it on YouTube.
When I first heard the announcement for YouTube's 2020 update with Kappa, I thought I lost my chance to find the best time and place to upload the video and make my dreams come true. But when I read the information a little more carefully and clearly, it doesn't seem as bad as a lot of people claim it is.
There were no microphones and tripods. There were no easy-to-use techniques.
When most people were starting to quit YouTube altogether because of the 2020 update, I realized, you know what? I'm never going to know what Steven Hillenberg, Carol Spinney, or Ron Rodecker knows because their favorite hobbies inspired them to create such great cartoon characters. And I thought, wait a minute, my brother couldn't continue making videos on YouTube without any worries from the Kappa deal like I can. So I'm just gonna ask my brother if I can upload my own videos on my own channel and see if I can handle it.
It was a nice, quiet environment because we can keep learning about internet safety whenever someone makes a mistake or has a question.
Tin Man, Fluttershy, and Tin Boy were constantly concentrating on their jobs to do better.
I would always take acting class to work on a script for a video and show them, can we do this? And Mr. Potato Head said, I don't know if we can. Let me think about it. So he goes off and he starts working on the idea for their storyboard, doing a little R&D, and I look behind him and I see something, and I said, that's amazing. Could you do that again? Oh, yes, I can. Because then you can do this. He made another storyboard and showed me, how about this? Wow, it's an idea I never thought I'd see in my imagination.
It was a great back and forth cooperation job. I'd always believed Tin Man would be a very talented guy who does artwork. He can do what some people couldn't do.
Videos challenges the commentary and the technology inspires my cartoons. And that's it, inside and outside a nutshell, the way I watch YouTube videos and cartoon shows.
The early days were hard days. We were selling old DVDs. In the background, we made the decision to upload a video on YouTube.
It was something Fruity Tootsie really loves, but still wasn't something we'd like to talk about.
I went to Tin Man and asked him, can we start off the YouTube channel with a My Little Pony video?
And I said, yes, let's do something that really speaks what I do best, other than DVDs. I found a video I pre-recorded on September 25th, 2020, and then I published it on YouTube and named it My Little Pony DVD Collection Video 10th Anniversary Edition. And my subscriber count started rising. I was thinking to myself, okay, if this is my first video on YouTube, how popular can it get? You can see him connect with video technology and said, oh, now I see how this rendering system works. For my first video, I did not use my cell phone camera, nor my red HD Nikon camera. So I figured, how about I use my tripod and put it on my DVD tote? That has a camera, right? There you go, sir. That can work.
Tin Man had some great ideas of what new videos he can upload on his channel, so he can make a good video that he can in that media and not have to invent stuff that could be impossible to invent at the time. And we premiered it on YouTube.
As soon as the subscriber count rose, people started going crazy. And then they started giving the video thumbs up and the view count rose and they were going nuts. And I remember actually shrinking down in my bed thinking to myself, what's going to happen when Tin Man Contest 2018 Studios reaches 1,000 subscribers in a few years?
It's over 27 minutes long. Before the video was over, people on YouTube were giving him a standing ovation.
For Tin Man's very first video, his slightly repetitive but wonderful commentary was never noticed by his popularity because some viewers were too excited to see that subscriber count.
And people were talking about it forever since it was the first time they've seen autism cartoons and presentation in a YouTube video.
There's favorite episodes, there's favorite characters, and there's the enthusiasm. A whole range of topics he was able to share with the audience without imitating a YouTuber in any way.
I will never forget Samuel Carrillo's Movie Corner, the YouTuber who commented on my video after he watched it. He said, I have something nice to say. I thought, oh no, Sam, he's gonna comment about the poor quality of the video. But it was not a true thing and it's not nice to say. He really said, nice DVD collection. I really like My Little Pony myself. And I just smiled and said, we did it. We did it. It's about my video library. Those early days at Tinman were really magical for me. I was the only and first YouTuber who did something completely different than anyone else did. Fluttershy and everyone said, okay, here's the new idea for a new video. Let's make some more footage and upload it to YouTube.
Tin Man takes his time to develop the internet provider, and then he takes his time to upload the next video.
Technically, what we're trying to do at the time was to share our ideas in the best way we can. So my magical Princess Twilight Sparkle toy review, for instance, we wanted to show off the Lego tripod we built from old Legos in a big box and installed my cell phone onto it.
Back in those days, everyone didn't have their own camera.
The tripod my boyfriend used was made of Legos, which was a great big deal. It was 18 pieces total.
Me, Fluttershy, SpongeBob, and Tin Boy, we would be sharing one internet provider. And sometimes I like to upload my videos during the times at school, I got all of my video rendering finished from 12 o'clock p.m. until 2 or 3 p.m. And then I had an essay about American history, and I would study all by myself.
My magical Princess Twilight Sparkle toy review was the first video where we were trying to give it a cute 3-year look back to the first video about this toy done by Bin's Toy Bin.
And I would like to include a bonus song to sing to myself a happy 19th birthday to me. And I said, wow, this is a great nostalgic 3-year look back. The Princess Twilight Sparkle toy review is a favorite video for My Little Pony fans. The cartoon poster was the hardest project ever done, but the video was easy to make.
It was a great little idea I've gotten from watching Blue's Clues Colors Everywhere, the original version with Joe. At the end of the episode, Blue and their friends finished making the portrait of pals. And I thought, imagine if there was such thing as a portrait of pals as characters from Toontown. That would be a legendary Picasso. The poster I made was a challenge. It took me nearly 4 months in the springtime 2020 to put all the pieces of paper together with glue and tape, and to draw almost every single character. I used shelf liner to laminate the poster to prevent it from any damage. And I hung it up on a wall with thumbtacks.
The
I've actually
cartoon poster
done a
is
really
a
good
really
job
nice
on this poster.
with lots
As
of
you can see here, it's
cartoon
got
characters.
every
even though
cartoon character.
when you look at it today, you'd be
It's
like,
got.
I
it's
don't think
got
we'd ever find
SpongeBob,
it in an art museum.
My Little Pony.
I had to
Blue's
help Tin
Clues,
Man
The
with
Pony
the
Life,
measurements
Chowder.
and attaching all the paper.
So everybody who can draw cartoons had to pitch in to put a cartoon character to go on the wall. I drew 3 versions of Blue's Clues.
I drew myself, SpongeBob.
And I drew Princess Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony. And the other 2 versions, Pony Life and Equestria Girls.
And Fruity Tootsie said, I'll draw something for you. How about Big Bird? Great idea. I love Big Bird. So he went off and said, to draw Big Bird, first I need to look up the design of the character on the computer. So he did that. And then he sketched Big Bird on a piece of paper. And then he sat down with the cartoon poster and manually drew every shape and colored in every color on Big Bird. And out came a nicely detailed Big Bird. That was the most easiest Looney Tune we ever drew.
The cartoon poster was my first ever original video. Ever to inspire a lot of people to draw their own cartoon poster, to ever win an Emmy Award, and to become an all-time favorite video. But the most important thing the cartoon poster did was plant in our heads the idea of cartoon characters learning lessons about friendship. And out of that grew Toontown Stories.
Should I answer it or not?
Okay, I'll answer it. Hello?
Hi, Tinman.
Hi, Fluttershy. Did you find what I requested?
Yes, I did. Also, I just picked up Henry from the LPS day camp. I should be home in about 20 minutes.
Oh, no.
Is everything okay?
Yeah. Everything's pinky keen.
I think you need to work on your jokes.
You're right, Fluttershy. Okay. See you in 20 minutes.
Okay, love you.
Love you too. Bye.
We went through 2 or 3 very boring weeks during the time when we knew that Levy Snappet was moving away to live on his own.
All those cartoon fans are complaining about why we just spend money. We don't ever make money for our channel because their choice is to not make money by making videos, not even when they reach 1,000 subscribers. Not to mention that their videos never made money. And they are just the kind of YouTubers who make videos just for the good fun of popularity and confidence about Tinman's future job as a cartoonist and actor.
In fact, from a free time point of view, the studio selling old junk has no interest at all doing a lot of DVD updates every year.
And I thought somebody was going to tell me, come on, when's your final video for today's going to come up? When are you just going to give us a turn to play Wi-Fi enabled games on a computer? And the people who support me says, you never have to, Tinman. The world loves you for both your artwork and your YouTube videos.
But ultimately, we knew we had too many DVDs in our collection, which is why we cleaned out.
And after we cleaned out our space for DVDs, our collection has gotten smaller and more organized. And Tin Man believed it was time to retire from the Little Kid Show Club and move on to more suitable shows, like Littlest Pet Shop, Chip and Potato, and Pet Alien. So, the number of Little Kid shows went down from 35 kid shows to 25 kid shows in the course of 3 months.
I can remember every yard sale Tin Man had when he sold nearly 300 DVDs to make enough money for his birthday trip to Boston. I was very glad he did, because we've gone from being hoarders to having a small library.
The goal from the time I've been watching more girl and fantasy cartoons since 2018, through YouTube Studio and through the creation Tin Man the Disney Fanatic 2001 was, we all wanted to make a Blue's Clues video without any problems. So it was time to stop making regular videos at the time. And so here's what we'll do. We'll watch more Blue's Clues episodes and videos, gain more production experience, and then do something like a half-hour TV special, and then from that launching pad, go on to making a Blue's Clues and Toontown video. At right around that time is when Coaster 5007 made a video sharing his thoughts on Paramount's latest film, Blue's Big City Adventure. So Tin Man made a special video sharing his own thoughts on the movie he watched while working on episode 4 of Toontown Stories, and decided that it would make Tin Boy's #1 favorite movie he watched in 2022. So one of my friends from school asked me, will you make a Blue's Clues video? So I said, we think we should do a half-hour TV special first. And he said, if you can do a half hour, you can do 25 minutes. I said, okay, we'll buy that.
Thank you, Fluttershy. I'm glad I'm all cheered up.
While we made Toontown
There you
Stories,
go,
we
Tinboy.
stopped making
We're
videos
all
at that
finished.
time. As we got near the
Thank you, my
complete finish
friends,
of
for
production
helping me.
and watched it, we realized that was one of the
Feeling
things to
better
help
now?
make us who we are
I
today.
believe I am, Fluttershy.
Tin Man and I said, we should continue making more episodes of Toontown Stories. Because for the lessons Lily's Pet Shop has taught me and what it did for me as a cartoon fan, an artist, and as an actor, I want to make sure we give this opportunity to other people on YouTube.
We realized we shouldn't always do DVD updates, But we should always make the audience as happy as we can.
You know, this person does have a talent. Let's give him a chance to do some voice acting. Here are these young animators. Let's give them a chance to become a supervising animator, or let an artist become a production designer. So, from Duck Dodgers on, the cartoons are helping to develop our talent and imagination. It's helping us continue the research and development at the studio. You want to be able to have an opportunity to make original animation without repeating the same story over and over again.
But we do believe cartoons can continue to be popular, and that's enough reason. If people go to our studio and become a success, then we all succeeded. And the cartoons are part of their enjoyment.
The gem of the idea of Toontown Stories Tinman had for the last 2 years. That's really the core of what Tinman turned out to be.
The popularity could have fallen apart. There were other people who had the same goal at the time, and they didn't get there until that day. But there hasn't been the right combination. We were so proud to pay respectful tribute to Steve Burns by watching all of Steve's Blue's Clues episodes.
It's difficult to lose interest in some movies and TV shows when you never finished watching all the episodes. But we're making very nice, smart choices by sharing them with other kids and people who grew up watching them.